Hi, I'm Maddy Vizzini, and this is my second year in the Life Design Lab, and this is my presentation of learning. For years it seems, my eyes have solely rested on Canvas notifications that pile onto my lock screen. Every time one pops up, I immediately tap it and make my way into the app. Beneath those Canvas notifications lie due dates, newly created assignments, and my grades for each class. This, to me, was all the directions I needed to get to my final destination. Seeing another A in the gradebook and maintaining a steady GPA gave me comfort. These were the things I was taught to be essential in my academic life. Single letter grades that lie on a computer screen was what was going to get me into that perfect college, that perfect fit. I had never thought for 1 second of what I saw in myself beyond those letter grades. Although, when I entered the Life Design Lab, my horizon began to expand. Due dates turned into workshop time, editing and revising turned into class feedback, and school presentations became life learning projects. It took time for me to adjust to this whole idea. I spent most of my first year in the Life Design Lab panicking because I had no restrictive due dates or directions to guide me to my final destination. For the first time, I was on my own. Truthfully, it was the most frightening thing. It was harder than any math test or any English summative I had been given. Eventually, I was able to follow through with the idea that I would be 100% reliable on myself for this project. So when September rolled around, I was excited to see what I could start painting on my blank canvas. Unfortunately for me, there was nothing I saw myself painting. I felt no true passion for anything around me. However, one night I found myself filming a get ready with me on TikTok. Something about explaining each step of my skincare routine and blending in each project gave me satisfaction. Nothing was better than watching a fully edited skincare TikTok. This is where I began to circle back to my blank canvas and question myself. What if I was misinterpreting the meaning of passion? What if I was being too hard on myself and denying any opportunity to call something I enjoyed a passion? Right then and there, I decided it wouldn't be true to my character if I didn't pursue skincare as my project. I spent so much time critiquing my skincare, it would only be right. This is when I brought my idea to proposals in class the next week. There I explained to my classmates and Mr. Daly that I wanted to create a social media platform surrounding teen acne. For years, I had experienced severe hormonal acne. It blew my self-esteem, forced myself to cover up, and some days I barely even had the nerve to look in the mirror. I was disappointed in what I was seeing. Millions of medication, no progress. Thousands of products, still no progress. It took months for me to finally decide that I was going to take clearing my skin into my own hands. So, months were filled with intensive research and dermatology visit after dermatology visit. Many trials and errors made its path. Some were worse than others. Though, with some long-lasting patience and a routine that worked for me, I was able to clear most of my skin up and continue to maintain it. The constant uncertainty and patience is what I wanted to deliver to my teenage audience. So I began taking my personal research and pictures from my journey to draft a website. The whole process of trying to design a website did not come with ease. Instead, it lacked everything I wanted this process to be. Dates on the calendar began to check themselves off, and my project still looked bare by the day. By feedback night, it was clear to me that I abandoned my website. I remained very uneasy about my progress with this project, and I began to question the importance of my acne journey. However, connecting with an audience filled with innovative ways to deliver my wisdom and encouragement on acne started flowing in. I was given the idea to create a YouTube channel for teenage acne content. On my platform, I would have the freedom to design a platform specifically for tips and tricks on teenage acne. Now with some strokes on my canvas, things started to become more clear. Designing a YouTube platform was not extremely difficult, and it was easy to find content inspiration based on my own journey and even my peers. Though, when it became time to film my final drafted scripts, nothing seemed to align. I was awkward on camera, and my scripts did not serve any justice to my real acne struggles. My filming pattern was causing me immense frustration, and I had no clue if I was ever going to film another video. I spent continuous hours scrolling through acne TikTok trying to figure out what other influencers had that I didn't. Yes, I didn't have professional filming equipment, a huge following base, and certainly not a medical degree. But I did have flaws, and I was relatable. I went through a journey that most teens find themselves stuck in. Turns out that's what I needed to portray through the camera. I didn't even need a script. I had my research and stories. That's when the more natural side of me began to show. I included more raw imagery and personal stories I'd previously been too embarrassed to share. Though my confidence became the most visible when I started making small changes in my life. For example, I had been struggling in math for the past months. Nothing came easy for me, and the work was extremely time-consuming. As anyone would be, I was frustrated. Why couldn't I do something that came so easy for everyone else? That's the question that pushed me away from ever asking for help. I finally decided that I needed to put my own needs before the judgment of others, and I got into contact with a math tutor. Now I have been using a math tutor since February and haven't looked back since. This has truly been the most rewarding project of all, not because I get a notification from Canvas that it's finally done. It's the fact that I have people looking to me for advice. I've become a person's safe place, and that means more than they will ever know. Thank you.